documented since my infancy. Stuart, you have to come see this. Come look, she puts her whole fist in her mouth. She does, it's so cute. Really, her whole fist. Let me see. Come on, Wendy, put your fist in your mouth like you just did. Come on, come on, come on! She's not doing it. Maybe she'll do it later. Now, while that may not seem like a test, it was a test. What is a test, after all, but an opportunity to exhibit the knowledge or skills one is suspected to know? Testing is a given, and I do not test well. Wendy can't take tests. She just can't, which can make certain aspects of life difficult. School, the DMV, quizzes in 17 magazine, getting questioned by local law enforcement, and of course taking a polygraph. But that's another story. Her testing inability caused a lot of problems for her parents and teachers and counselors. But this so-called problem is actually something Wendy can control. Wendy's Tale by Alan Hannah. Kindergarten. Mrs. Fordman, I'm afraid Wendy doesn't know her alphabet. What? Her alphabet? Of course she knows her alphabet. She sings it all the time, perfectly. Sometimes she sings it backwards. Or in French. Wendy, go ahead. What's the question? Your alphabet, Wendy. Can I have a hint? It starts with A. Don't give her a hint. Wendy, you don't need a hint. Stop chewing on your finger and say your alphabet. Pluto? Wendy? First grade. Mrs. Fordman, I'm afraid Wendy doesn't know how to add. Add? She adds all the time. We're driving to Massachusetts. She totals up the speed limit signs. Add is her middle name. Wendy Add Fordman? Never mind. Wendy, what's 2 plus 2? No hints. Stop with the finger. Pluto? Wendy? Second grade. Mrs. Fordman, Wendy can. Yes, she can! Wendy, finger, Pluto! Finally, around 4th grade, the principal called in my parents to reveal his suspicions. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Fordman, Wendy is a very bright and polite girl. However, I suspect she doesn't test well. Doesn't test well? Are you sure? I used to test well. I'm sure you did, Mr. Fordman. I remember one test back in '78. It only had 4 problems on it. Only 4. But guess how long it took me? I really don't. 6 hours. 6 hours. 6. 6, yes. Yes, so many. I got right. I really don't. 3. 3 out of 4. Right. Well, that's only 75%. That's a C. Yeah, well, guess how many everybody else in the class got right? Stuart! We're not here to talk about your college test-taking stories. We are here to talk about Wendy. Oh, right, I know that. Fine, we can talk about Wendy then. As I was saying, I'm sorry, what? 2. Everyone else in the class? Only got 2, right? That's a 60%. It's 50. Thank you. My father is my opposite. Good on tests, dumb in everything else. I was taking a lot to specialists, but the conclusions were all the same. She doesn't test well. I'm inconsolable! I'm inconsolable! I'm inconsolable! My mother was inconsolable. Oh, Stuart! I'm inconsolable! Well, technically, if you're truly inconsolable, nothing I do will... Stuart! Oh, what'll we do? Whatever will we do? Child doesn't test well? Why, yes! Along came Protest Incorporated, guaranteed to lower anxiety and raise those test scores, or your money doubled. Let's try it! In 8th grade, then, I became a Protest client. I met with several coaches, all with various ideas for improving my testing ability. Now, Wendy, the first step might be difficult, but it is necessary. You must be willing to freely admit to the problem that you're having. My name is Wendy. I do not test well. Oh! Well, good. Good for you. I wasn't expecting that this early. Step 2, coach is ready for you. All right, then. Wendy, is it? Yes, my name is Wendy, and I do not... I don't care. The major point is you look flabby to me. Flabby? Yes, flabby. The mind and the body are connected. A flabby body means a flabby mind. You got me? Flabby means flabby, yeah. Drop down and give me 20 push-ups. 1, 2, 3. To make a long torture session short, I worked with several coaches and underwent psychotherapy, aromatherapy, shock therapy, physical therapy, on through middle school and into high school. But after all the time and expense and strategizing and worry, Wendy, your answer, finger, don't say Pluto! Uranus? I am not stupid, I just don't test well. There is a difference. Einstein, so I have heard, scored very low on certain tests, such as the IQ. When not tested, I can be quite intelligent, even brilliant. I did know my alphabet in 3 languages. I could put my entire fist in my mouth as an infant. I could add at an extraordinarily young age. But I don't need treatments or philosophies to tell me what's wrong. I know the truth. My imagination is why I don't test well. Tests and all their blandness only invite my imagination in. Let's take the test I'm taking right now, for example. Here we are, page 3, a classic vocabulary matching session. The words in the word bank sit smugly next to their assigned letters, ready to be matched. In my mind, the words aren't just blotches of ink on a piece of paper. They're beings, arrogant beings, assured of their place in the world. I test them for it. Shortly, the bell will ring, the other students will file out, and I will sit, contemplating yet another not finished, poorly executed test. Wendy, 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 what are we going to do with you? You didn't answer half the multiple choice questions. I got caught up thinking how much the capital letter D resembles my great uncle Herbert. And what's this? My gosh, bustified uncle? Wendy, that word isn't even in the word bank. I know you don't test well, but honestly, what have you been doing this whole period? Honestly? Yes, I really would like to know. Pluto?